Good morning, this is Wayne Below with another smart profit maximizing moment. First thing, apologies, been missing a week. Um, Seriously, had the July 15th deadline, which I don't remember a July 15th deadline. This was the April 15th deadline on steroids, actually. And then I had a webinar I had to get ready for on Friday, which was about surviving the COVID-19 recession, which I will try to figure out a way to set up and offer here so that you can see it, or at least offer an opportunity to see it. Today, I wanted to continue this is something I started from the week before last, and then we'll finish it tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe the day after. But anyways, this is part 2 of mistakes you need to avoid. And this one really talks about how you can run out of cash, all right? Cash is king, all right? You're going to go out of business without it, as simple as that. You can have a profitable business, and I've dealt with businesses that have been profitable that just ran out of cash. End of this discussion. Business owners are the problem. It's that simple. As business owners, we love our product. We love our service. That's what we want to produce. That's what we want to sell. We're technicians, salespeople. Hopefully salespeople are also technicians, or the other way around, but at least we remember to sell. That was the first part where we make that mistake. The big problem is when you run out of cash, you're pretty much out of business. Like I said, your employees expect to get paid every Friday. Your landlord expects to get his rent every month. Payroll taxes are due every month or every pay period. List goes on and on. It never ends. So when business owners start to run out of cash, they quickly have to figure out how to get more. This usually means collecting receivables, investing some personal money, running up credit cards, asking for loans. Once cash balance back to normal, everything is business as usual, at least until the next cash shortage. All right. The best way to solve the cash problem once and for all is to speed up the complete sales to cash process, which I'll call the cash conversion cycle. What is the sales to cash cycle? Well, you know it. You just probably never really sat down and diagrammed it before, which I'm going to ask you to do. Sit down and diagram every step from when you first advertise your product or service, a customer calls you and places an order, your staff turns out the product or service, or something is delivered, an invoice is sent, you collect the received invoice, your staff is paid and your vendors are paid, and you start over. Hopefully that works. Any cash that remains is called your cash flow. That's that small amount of your collections that actually finds its way into your bank account. It's pretty simple. This is how it works in the perfect world. You collect the invoice before you have to pay your staff and vendors, but as most business owners know, we don't live in a perfect world. Far from it. The truth is we often have to pay our staff and our vendors and our overhead, rent, utilities, other junk we pay before we have a chance to collect anything. And it gets worse. Every business owner has certain fixed expenses, rent, loan interest, taxes, insurance, utilities that have to be paid monthly whether you have cash or not. Accountants and bankers refer this to as overhead expenses. Okay, why then am I asking you to improve something called the cash to conversion cycle? Well, let's talk about why that could be a big difference. Think about Amazon, their model, all right? They're a perfect example of a company that seriously got it. You place an order, all right? At the time you place your order, they take your credit card. You've paid for it before you even receive it, all right? That's pretty good. That's fine-tuning it to the point where they never have to worry about not getting paid because they don't ship until they do get paid, all right? So let's take a look at two companies. I buy from Amazon, I buy from company A, it's delivered in a week, I get an invoice at the end of the month, I pay 45 to 60 days later, or I take Amazon, I place the order today, pay for it today, or at least leave some down payment, and it ships tomorrow. The invoice accompanies the order, I pay the remaining balance, if there's any, in the same 45 to 60 days. Company A is receiving their cash 90 to 100 days after the sale is made. They have to maintain a large cash reserve to finance the amount of work in process and receivables. Company B has purposely designed their sales to cash cycle so they receive at least half their money. In truth, Amazon receives all their money before the product is delivered. This one change can dramatically change the way your business works and make sure you don't run out of cash. I can hear it now. Well, that won't work in your industry. I've said it. CPA firms don't work that way. I mean, we do the work, we do invoice you, we get paid. So that's truthfully, we were like company A above. A couple of years back, I decided, no, that's not going to work for me. Enough is enough. I designed this business. I can run it the way I want to run it. We started requiring our clients consent to monthly billing via credit card or bank draft. I only want to hold receivables that are absolutely necessary. I used to have a huge problem with collecting on tax returns. If I let my client take the tax return without payment, I often did not get paid later. There's simply no pain later. I got paid when they felt like paying me. Now we simply tell the client, you can't have the tax return until you pay me. IRS deadlines help me, which you might not have, but look at what help you might have. Took it a step further. Why can't I get paid in advance? All right, so we started offering, instead of having a big bill at the end of the year, why don't you think about paying it monthly? Any new client, any large client from a current client, any large projects from a current client required 50% upfront. All right. For our business clients, we created a variety of packages combining tax preparation, year-end financial statements, things like that we packaged and put together. Here's a key cash tip. All right, don't assume that just because all your competitors do it one way, you have to do it the same way. All right, don't be afraid to look at how you're treating your customers and how you're getting paid, and then look for ways to get paid at the time of the sale or even before the sale. One of the key components of speeding up the sales to cash cycle, just eliminate receivables as much as possible. Hey, until next time, and we'll be better this week. We'll do our normal 3 to 5. Apologies, but that happens during deadline periods where I just don't have the time to get on here. So I hope you miss me. If not, well, I'm back. The pest is back in your mailbox. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.